Hi, this is Nick with Wolfman Repairs, and today we got, I can't read it, The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages. Alright. The Game Boy Color game. I got it as not working. We're going to see if we can get it working. What is that on the back? It's kind of gross. Alright, so I think the first thing we do is jam it here into the Game Boy Color. We got to pull out Dr. Mario. Get on in there. Huh. That's strange. We got the Nintendo logo and everything. And nothing. Alright, so let's open her up and see what's on the inside. Alright, let's see. Is it a 4.5 game bit? No. It's a 3.8 game bit. I mean, those pins look pretty clean. Let's give them a clean with some IPA and see what we got after that. I got a little IPA on this Q-tip here. I'd say they're a little dirty. Let's go over it one more time. Got some more stuff off. All right, let's slam it back together and see if that improved anything. We got our Game Boy. Still nothing. That's weird. Usually when these games don't want to work, that Nintendo logo on the bottom of the screen when you start it up isn't there, or it's messed up. Let's see if we get a better look at this stuff here. The trace looks a little funny. Let's grab the multimeter. Check continuity. All right. Got it in beeping mode. Excuse me, Dr. Mario. Get out of the way, please. All right, let's check them all. You know, Pokemon, we got to catch them all, but we should probably just check them all. This one goes nowhere. All right, all the pins appear to have continuity. It's kind of strange. Let's take another visual inspection here and see if we can see anything else going on. What about the back? The back looks clean. I think it's time to get the microscope out. See if we can see anything with the microscope. Microscope incoming! Alright, so let's start at the bottom left of the game cartridge. Here's what these pins look like up close. Now we do have some corrosion here, but we are getting continuity, so I'm assuming that this corrosion's all fine. Some more corrosion. Some more. Alright, well, that's the end. Let's look at this chip here and check the soldering on it. Looks like someone's been in here before. I can see flux. That's what all this stuff is around here. So someone's definitely tried to fix this before. A lot of times these legs here on the chip are loose, but if someone just came in here and did work, they're probably not loose. Okay, we can go over those again, see if that helps with anything. Here's your battery. Hello. I mean, soldering on this kind of looks, looks alright. There's definitely a flux going on or something on it. Not sure if that's just factory stuff or what. So there's nothing obvious sticking out to me. What I think we should do is reflow these chips and try it after that. Yeah, look, there's like white stuff on this one. That might be a little corrosion. Let's get some IPA in on that. Yeah, whatever that was disappeared. I'll give them all clean, why not? Yeah, we'll reflow all these joints here and see what we got after that. Alright, let's get started. So first we're going to put a little flux. Might as well do both sides. Whoop. And just hit it up with a soldering iron. Okay, that side's all reflowed. Let's do the next side. Put a little more solder on those. That's good, we'll bridge them together. Okay. Let's check to see if they're solid. Alright, all the legs on that chip are solid. Let's go to the next one. We're going to do the same thing. Flux, and then hit it with a soldering iron. Alright, just check those, make sure they're all solid. Alright, next chip. And on to the next. Awesome. Alright, let's give the whole board a clean. Shove it back into the Game Boy and see what we got. Microscope, outgoing. Alright. Let's clean this up pretty good. Brush with IPA. Try to get all that flux off of there. Alright, nice and clean now. Shove it back into the case, shove it into the Game Boy, and see what we got. If I could get the case back together. All right. Nice. Can we just start? You guys even see this? All right, awesome. Yeah. What do I do? I never played this game before. I don't know where to go. Up here? Oh, hello. Anyone over here? That's a weird looking tree. Help? I helped you already. You work now. That was frightening. I agree. All right, awesome. So it just needed to be reflowed then. So all we did was reflow all the chips. There was a little bit of corrosion down here on these traces, but they don't seem to be affecting it. Let's go ahead and check this battery, see how much juice we got in there. I don't have a replacement, but it'll be good to know if we need to replace it or not. So, volts DC. All right, where's our negative and positive? All right, we got 0.725 volts. All right, it's dead. 0.72. All right, so we do have to replace the battery on this. That's not a big deal. I can make a little video on that if you'd like to see it. Let's just pop her back in, make sure it still works, which I'm sure it does. Nice. All right, so that was a quick little repair. My cat is totally losing her mind. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it very much. I'll see you next time.